I was complaining a little bit earlier about the lag on the video.
Uh-huh.
And there is just a little bit of lag, but I think a lot of it was the lag inside of my brain. That I couldn't keep up with what you were saying as fast as you were saying it, because, you know, I just don't have the same background. But by recording it and going back and watching it like 5 times, finally I was like, oh, okay, that's what he's saying. So, yes, there is a little bit of a lag, but the more I watched it, the more I realized that the lag is probably inside of my head, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. I do. Well, that fill, that was looking really good.
Yeah, that's so funny that, you know, before 1987, where we all switched to the Smiths and New Order, you know, a couple years before that, it was all hair metal. And that's the way I hear it. It's like a hair metal, or obviously John Bonham. But you know, the you can use it in different contexts too.
Well, yeah, you really can. I mean, my original thought with it is, you know, you can obviously use it in a life is a highway type context, but then you can also use it. I'm just pulling my book up here.
Like shuffles and swings.
Yeah, where it's kind of rock swinging there, but like.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's kind of a life is a highway kind of a song.
But then you could also
1, 2.
use it in like a 16th note context, but you know we're kind of sneaking those 16th note triplets in there, and they work.
Yeah, that's a kick-ass fill that I'm glad to have that. You know, I also hear this. Well, fuck, I didn't practice that one. Sorry, but that's how I also hear it, kind of like with that shuffle.
Yeah.
That's sloppy. I didn't practice that as much, but you hear it in that.
Is that one we're working on?
I'm sorry?
Is that one we're working on? Is that halftime?
No.
Because that's something we could probably hone in on that and do some things with that would actually be pretty helpful.
Yeah, let's do that, because I have your modern drummer demystifying the halftime groove.
Right.
But I probably should spend some more time with that.
Yeah. Right.
And there was one point right after that article came out that I was able to do all of them except for Rosanna, but that's kind of
right
up to that, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, when I did that,
other two things that I practiced, and then we can do halftime shuffle if you want.
Well, we certainly can. But what are the other things you worked on?
The other one was number 60, which is the. Hold on one second.
That's awesome. And you know, finding a good spot for that, like, let's see here. I'm pulling up a track here.
1, 2, 3.
playing that on a bridge. Maybe that wouldn't be my favorite one to play it on. I just kind of picked a bridge, any bridge as an example.
Yeah, whenever I hear
But
that one,
I think that, and that's the thing is that we're making these artistic choices, and we're kind of going, okay, here are some of the options that I've got. What's going to best serve the song, you know?
Right.
And sometimes that's going to be the one that best serves the song.
yeah, and it's just super cool. I like
Oh,
it.
hold on. I say that again.
It's just super cool. I'm glad I know it now.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I always think of POD Youth of the Nation is how I hear that. I think that's probably the song where I heard it first.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's definitely something that's just great to have under my hands, and it's a tool. And it's cool because, you know, a couple times before, you know, I mean, that was something you were going, hey, I'm having a problem with this, I can't play this, and now you've literally got it under your hands, and it's something that, you know, that's gone from your can't-do list to your can-do list. I think that's pretty super cool.
Yeah, and I'll say this too, because we recorded the video, the reason I wasn't able to play it earlier is I couldn't quite get my brain around exactly what you were saying until I watched the video 5 times, and then what I realized is that, you know, it goes, that's how it starts, right? But what I didn't realize is that once it gets going, it's, I kept trying to do, but once it's going, and I watched you playing it on the video, you're doing.
Yeah, and you can spread that around to the additional tom if you want, which is cool. So try that.
So 1 second. And again, I'm not complaining about the delay. And I think, again, part of the delay might be inside of my noodle here, but I think what I saw you doing was.
Right.
And then and then back up. Is that what you did next? Okay, so let me see if I understand what you did. I think what you did is this.
On the second half, the first thing is off of Tom 2, is it?
Yeah.
So that nothing changed in the first
That's
part.
the start. Okay.
Yep. So we got top tom, top tom.
Oh, hold on, I can do it. I get the idea of what you're saying.
Oh no, you totally get it, and that's the thing is once you've got it under your hands, kind of moving it around a little bit doesn't make a big difference. Hey, did I show you my rototoms?
I saw some pictures of it on Facebook.
Let me turn a camera around because I could actually. There's one more little, like if I had one more tom, like one more spread out, I can do there. But then also, I'll show you my rototoms.
Cool.
Oh, crap! I just got to change that. I realized I got to change that angle. Let's see here. All right, I got it. Huh. So typically that's how I would spread that around. The extra 4 tom is putting that on 1. And so it's like it could take something that can be played on 2 toms and, easily play it on 4.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you do that with Rascal Flats?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot. I mean, when I had that tom there, I definitely used it.
You guys played that as like kind of in between songs or something, or was it part of
Well,
the song?
I did that a lot as a, on Life's a Highway, there's a bunch of things going on. And one of the ways that I played that was, so I'm playing the same groove, I'm just swinging it.
Yeah, and I noticed you're doing your hi-hat on the off notes too. Oh yeah, that's another thing I gotta master. That's on my list too.
Yeah, that's one that I'll say this, like that's definitely baking some of my college students noodle, just that thing, good players, and then I'm asking them to go, and they're just like, oh, so I've actually developed a little bit of stuff to kind of throw in their curriculum with that, just some simple bass drum exercises.
Well, that is on my list too of things that I haven't worked through yet, but that's cool. So we've already come up with halftime shuffle and the hi-hat ostinato that I got to work on. So there you go. Do you want me to play the song that I prepared?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. And again, the sound quality is fine.
It is. It's really good. I love that that microphone with the on-off switch. I've got one of those somewhere too.
Well, you told me to buy it. I just do
Yeah,
what you say.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's the secret of getting better at drumming. Just I do what you tell me. Hey, I'm gonna play the long track for just a second. Let me know how everything sounds together, okay?
Yeah.
I don't even know what this song is, but just to test it out. Let me try something real quick. Can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
Just a second. Fine.
So if
Can you hear the drums okay? Can you hear
if
everything
I
okay
had
with that?
if I had a choice,
Hold on.
I would want a little less track.
Yeah, that's what you said last time. Okay, hold on.
But I can actually make it work. It's not intolerable.
Somehow my book skipped ahead. Give me 1 second. I gotta find it again.
All right.
right, here we go. And once again, you can hear this fine. Oh, you're busy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four.
I think I've done the bass drum better on that a couple times before.
Yeah. So, overall, though, is really good. I think that the overall direction that you've got on that now is really good.
It's frustrating. I played it better an hour ago. The double bass drum on that was a little bit sloppy. Excuse me.
Well, it started out sloppier and got better,
Yeah, I think so.
for sure. Let's see here.
One, two.
I was going to ask you about that. I couldn't come up with anything creative for the end there.
Yeah, and what's funny is there's so much going on that, you could probably just do a little less like that. That and then, coming in on the third one or coming in on the second and third one. I mean, I think it's up to you, but
I couldn't think up anything creative to do there, so that's good.
so a couple of a couple of things you can do from a voicing perspective that seem like there's this bucket. That's what I hear. I hear this bucket, which to me sounds like this. With this kind of inverted twos and twos. Let me try that right there.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ah.
Yeah, that's good.
1 sec. What'd you say?
That's good. Are you going to talk about the one that you did in your one Dromio lesson where you move it 1/16th note off of the thing, or is it right on?
No, that's the one that's right off. So that's the one that's off. So if we were looking at that in here specifically.
Okay, let me grab my book. 1 second.
That's literally number 7 in this book.
Okay. What was it in here?
Number 7, page 7.
Yeah.
And again,
this was in your Dromio lesson about different fills.
Right. Yeah. Because it's really basic. It's like it's a cool thing to be able to go, okay, everybody has played 2s and 2s before, but have we ever, moved them over?
Sure.
And this is kind of a really good example. Like 7 and 7, 8, and 9 are all versions I could use inside this thing. Because that's what.
1/16th.
Yeah. So if we were playing. Just play that once for me. Just 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Yeah. So that's literally number 1 in the book. And so what we start doing as we get farther into the stuff is I start reversing things, and then I start shifting things. And so this is when they shift. And so now we've got 1 to start. Play that for me. And an easy way on the 5-piece kit is to just go.
Snare, or do you go right back to the song?
Well, in this case, we're adapting it for the 5-piece kit, which I prefer, and we're just literally taking it. The formula is a round.
So it goes back to the snare before it goes back to the small tom?
Yeah, so it's snare, tom, 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 back to the snare. So let's think about that like we're playing it. Like we're thinking about it like the end of this track. Yeah.
Super sloppy.
So now we're going.
Try it again.
Yeah, so then I put on the track.
1, 2, 3.
And I could also, if I wanted to, I could do the double stops like we have on 9.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Hold on one sec. What'd you say?
Let's kick ass, dude.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, at that tempo, those are pretty full and pretty nice. So that's something that you can definitely look at. You know, initially just plugging in 8, and then you can also look at 9. So while we're looking at 9, we just get the snare, toms. Try that. Yeah, and you can double that, so we could go. And so what I basically did is just did the high 2 and then the low 2.
Sure. All right, here we go.
Yeah, and as we get a little faster, we just got to get lower with it.
I think what's going to be a little weird for me, kind of like doing a double stroke roll. There's a part where you bounce. There's a part where you don't bounce. That seems to be kind of like right at the fulcrum where it kind of changes. It would almost be easier to do it faster in a way because you're going.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, so real quick, Zoom. I haven't made an adjustment on this yet, but Zoom cut our free time down to 40 minutes. So I gotta end this call and start a new one real quick.
So I got to start recording again?
Yeah. So I would. Yeah.
Okay.
I would finish the recording.
Let me pause it.